Hi y'all, Should Star Goddess, I'm back. So, a lot of people have been writing me personally in my email, and they have been telling me about how well, you know, the spells are working that I'm giving them. Um, and of course, they probably tweaked it to their own liking and put some personal touches in it. But in particular, the freeze spell, the binding spell, has been working a lot for people. And probably because the intent and the amount of vibration and how much you want something is probably being put into these spells. Because when it comes to people, love, wanting to be close to someone, those are the strongest vibrations. So those spells will work fast and they will work good for you if you are really feeling, that you want to be with this person, you want to be close to this person, you want to bind with them, you don't want them to leave. These feelings are strong. And if they are feelings of love in particular, those are the highest, strongest vibrations that there is. So those spells will work for you quickly and effectively. Okay, if you're unsure about something, if you're doing something out of anger, or if you're doing something, that you're not 100% positive about, then it's probably not going to work as well for you. But that's why I say, like, when people do spells against you and your loved one, or your husband or your wife, or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, if their feeling and their want for that person is not as strong as yours, they're not going to be able to take them from you. And if you bind the person to you, it's going to be even harder. Okay, so y'all know Valentine's Day is coming up. Y'all have to get serious with these bindings on your significant others, because it is very important, I think, just my opinion, I think it's very important to be bound to your significant other, because the society we live in today, there's not that many morals, believe me. Okay, so you're going to need some magic on your side. You're going to need help on your side, because the world, it's not the same place it was 50 years ago. It's not the same place it was 20 years ago. Okay, it's changing, and you have to adapt. And there's lots, there's rules and religions and laws, threefold laws put in place. Sorry y'all, I have a hair in my mouth, gotta get it out. And these were created a while back. These rules were not created in the age of the internet. These rules were not created in the age where you can get on your cell phone and find someone to sleep with in 2 seconds if you just really want to. Okay, so y'all have to step up to the modern age and realize that you do need to bind your husbands, you do need to bind your wives, girlfriends, or whatever to you. It's just an extra security precaution to help you. Okay. So a lot of people have been saying, well, I don't believe in binding. If they don't really love me, then it's not meant to be, blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm not trying to be rude, but people are easily distracted in this society. Okay, you're being pulled this way. It's over sexual, this, and that. You just need a little bit of edge, And I'm not saying all men are going to cheat. And I'm not saying that you need to bind your husband or they're going to cheat on you. I'm not saying that. But I would say that I would go ahead and bind him just in case, or bind her just in case, because you don't want to be coming to somebody saying, oh, I think my man is cheating. What am I going to do? I don't know what to do. She's taking him away from me. He's leaving. Well, did you bind him? The answer is always no. Okay. So I say go ahead and do it just as a precaution. And there's other binding spells you can do if you don't want to do the freezer spell. You can bind them. You can get 2 poppets, 2 dolls, and put some of your, like, if you buy a poppet from like a hoodoo store, or you can make your own out of socks or whatever you can find, just look it up online. how to make a puppet. You could even use dolls, doesn't matter. And you have some of their DNA and you put it inside the doll, and you have some of your DNA and you put it inside another doll, and then you take those two dolls and you face them together, and then you tie them up with like you can use a red string, a ribbon, it doesn't really matter. However you want to do it, you tie them up face to face, and when you hold them together and you say, I want us to be together, I want us binded together, we will never separate, we love each other, blah 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 blah, you know, do that. And you can place these dolls somewhere in a box, hidden a box. You can put it under your bed, you can put it in your bedroom, wherever, you know, you and your husband are together, or you and your wife are together the most, or your girlfriend or boyfriend. Sorry y'all, my nose is running. Put them together and put them under the bed or in the nightstand or in the closet or wherever, and leave them there. You know, you don't have to do a freezer spell. Those type of bindings work too. And like I said, it's reversible still, because you can unbind and take the dolls apart and, you know, do whatever you need to do. Also, those dolls can also be used to, like, if you want to unbind, you know, you can separate them. Like if you break up and say, you know what, this wasn't for me, you can unbind, separate them, and, you know, that's it. They won't be trying to come back. So make sure, like, before you do any type of binding on anyone, make sure that they want you as well. Okay, you can't, I get a lot of questions. You can't bind someone that's not already with you. You can't bind someone to you that doesn't want to be with you. They already have to be in this situation, and they have to want to be there. Okay, this just ensures that they're going to be there for you when you need them, when you want them. They're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to be easily distracted from you. They're not going to try to stray, blah, 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 blah. Your relationship's going to become stronger. Your communication's going to be a lot better. Things are just going to start looking up. Your husband or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend are going to be responding to you much better. And it's just, all of a sudden, it's just going to be like, wow, that really worked. Oh my goodness. Now, I'm going to tell y'all my story, because y'all know I give y'all all these spells and I never tell y'all, you know, what I do with them. Now, I have used them on my husband, and I have about 3 binding spells on my husband. Why? Because I don't want to lose what we have. I don't want it to come undone. I don't want time to take the relationship in another direction. I want him to feel the same way about me that he felt when we first met, or whenever, you know, it was the highest feeling. Because sometimes people fall out of love with each other. Some people, they lose that infatuation with their partner, and they start seeing them as just like a roommate or a family member or whatever. So you have to bind them to you in certain ways. You know, you can bind them to always be attracted to me. You think I'm the, you know, the most beautiful woman in the world. Always, you know, feel like this when you see me. You know, you can bind people to those thoughts and feelings when they come in contact with you. So like if your husband comes home and you want something, and you say, okay, honey, can I have $300? Or you don't have to be $300. Can I have $10? Can you take me here? Can you do this? And you know that spell's in place. You know he's bound to you. You know all of this in the back of your mind. You just give him that look, and he's like, okay. Or he'll be like, well, I'll try, or something. But he's not going to say, no, I don't think so. Well, you know, he's not going to react in a way that you don't want him to react. He's going to, he's under your spell. So he's going to either consider it. He's going to leave it open. He's going to give it to you. And the more you know your spouse, significant other, the better you can bind them, because you know how to specifically word your bindings to get what you want. Okay. I also bound my children to me to listen to me. That's why they don't have any discipline problems. That's why they don't act crazy when we go to the store. That's why they don't act a fool when we are out in public. Because I've done all these workings to ensure that my family, my husband, my kids, And all of these things are bound to me, bound to certain behavior, bound to certain feelings when I'm around. Okay? And I do this because I'm the woman. I have to have certain authority over my children that some parents seem to not have sometimes because, society is just different now. I have to have certain rule over my husband because, like I said, society is so different now. And I'm not ashamed of it. Magic is there for a reason. Use it. If you're a witch, you shouldn't be contemplating, oh, should I put a spell on my husband or on my kids? Yes, you should. If you know how to do it and you know it's going to work and you know the results are going to be good and benefit you and the whole family, yes, do it. By all means, do it, because if you don't, you might just regret it later on. Okay? You might just regret it. You might just say, you know what, I should have. Gosh darn it. But not in those words. Y'all know the real words. I should have used that spell. I should have done this. I should have done that. Why didn't I do it? Oh, I knew the magic. I knew the spell. Why couldn't I do it? Why didn't I do it? I was just too busy listening to what other people said was right and wrong. And in my heart, I know that I should have done it. So if you feel like you should do it, go ahead and do it. Okay? It's your life. You have to live with all of these people. You have to live with their actions. You have to live with their thoughts. You have to live with all of that. So make it worth your while. So many people have issues with morals, but you have to ask yourself, who created those morals? Was it a woman? Was it a man? Y'all know in religion, most religions blame things on women. They already think we have special powers and that we're evil or whatnot in some certain religions. They took the goddess out of everything, and why do you think they did that? Because we are powerful and we have these powers and we can do certain things. So we need to put those things in place to secure our household, our families, our spouses, our mates, our children, even your dogs. Throw those dogs in there, cats, familiars, whatever you have, goldfish. Put all the I'm not trying to be funny, but like seriously, do it for yourself and your future generations. Do it for your family. Do it so that your husband and you can have a good long relationship that's still great. Do it so your kids will respect you and honor you and love you, and won't turn out to be crazy. Okay, do it for those reasons, if not for anything else. And also it helps out society because you're not your kids aren't running rampant and crazy and wild and doing bad things. Your husband's not out in the streets doing who knows what, and you have everything just the way you want it and just in the order you want your house. Okay, so it helps everybody. It's not selfish. It's actually helping. Okay, so thumbs up if y'all agree. And also, if you like the freezer spell because it's easy and you can get the stuff easy, do that. You don't have to go out and get the dolls. I'm just saying, if there's another way to do things. There's many ways to do things. Like, there's not only just one way. There's many binding spells you can look up online. This is just the one I choose because it's fast, quick, convenient, and when I'm mad, I can just go run and do it real quick. And I'm like, okay, you think, okay. So, yes, that's why I use the freezer spell, because it's quick, convenient, you got the stuff on hand. The emotion and intention that you have at that moment can be captured in that water, in that freezer spell, and it can be more powerful. So if you have those things on hand, you might as well use them. But if you like puppets and you like to do things more crafty, and you do have the time and you do want to sit and think about and meditate on certain things before you do this binding, the poppets are a really good idea. So thumbs up if y'all are going to try the poppets or the freezer spell. Comment and let me know what y'all are going to try. I guarantee you, well, you can't really guarantee magic, but I highly recommend this spell, and I know it works, so y'all try it. Okay, I'll see y'all later.